Hello my stitching friends! Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Let's continue stitching this gorgeous floral frame embroidery. In my previous video I was showing how to perform the long and short shading technique step by step. I also shared all the tips and tricks I learned from 5 years of my experience in thread painting. So if you didn't see my previous video, I highly recommend to watch it. In today's video, I will show you how to finish this big pink flower. I spent about 6 hours to complete it. Let's recap and see all the stages for this process. First, I did outline for all the petals with the lightest shade that will go in the first row. You can use 2 strands of floss. This outline will help you to make the edges sharp. Then I make the first row of long and short stitches using the same 2 strands of floss. After that, I added a slightly darker shade and I switched to only 1 strand of floss. All the thread colors I used and the link to this pattern you can find in the video description below. And then I added 2 more darker shades, so petals look completed. Today I'm just continue stitching this flower. Here is 2 previous colors I was using. It was light pink, a little like the color between all those 2 colors, and now I'm switching to this color. And I also have a darker color, this one. It will be the darkest color for this flower. It's gonna go next. I'm gonna start stitching without a knot. Thank you guys. I spent a lot of time for this flower yesterday, and I was also finishing stitching it today, so it's I don't know, about 1 hour for 1 petal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, it can probably take from 6 to 8 hours to stitch this 1 flower. And this petal is a little bit challenging because it's curved petal, and tomorrow it's gonna be really fun because tomorrow I will be stitching those leaves using metallic threads. Do you guys usually use metallic threads in your work? And I also wonder if you like to use some beads, because I really like to add some beads in the center of my flowers. And I had a really interesting question. Do you lose any quality using metallic strands? Actually not, because metallic strands, or if I use low quality metallic strands, I don't stitch using low quality embroidery threads and metallic strands especially. I like to use only the best quality, and tomorrow I will show you maybe today I can show you which threads I'm gonna use. So I have a few options. I don't know for sure which I'm gonna use. I have those threads by DMC, it's a diamond, and I also have, I may try those, but I don't think that they are going to be suitable here. Probably those will look better. And I also have those metallic threads which are golden. So I'm still thinking which colors should I choose. Let me guys know which color would you like the best with this all. I think this one will go really nice. What do you think? Because I'm still not sure. I'm not sure. Probably tomorrow morning I will try one of those and see how it goes. I'm gonna use them for those leaves. I will stitch only outline. I'm not gonna be filling it like completely. I'm gonna just do the outline, and I also will use metallics for making a border for this frame. So you vote gold. Yeah, let's see. I probably will make a story, and I will ask you guys to vote there. So we will see which color should I use. Yeah, because tomorrow I need to decide which color should be here. I will make a photo of the entire composition, so you will see which colors is used here, because it's not only pink, it's actually there are orange flowers and a lot of green. So okay, so I'm switching to the darkest color, and this petal is gonna be complete, and I will finish the entire flower. I will add some beads in the center, so it's gonna be consistent with everything else, because I was using beads for all the rest flowers. Couldn't do anything with this fabric distortion, because it's probably because all of those stitches which made like perpendicularly through this line, and it squeezed the fabric a little bit. So we will just draw a new line probably. I will see. I will take out this fabric from the hoop, and I will see what's going on with the fabric right now, and I will hoop it again, and yeah, those lines are heating erasable, so they will disappear after heating. So I can just make a new line. That's it. Where do you get your designs? I create them. Yeah. I'm an embroidery artist and I create my embroidery designs on my iPad. I also like to draw using watercolors. I have my sketchbooks. If you are new here, this is Stitching Along, and I'm stitching this. This is a floral photo frame. After this live stream, you can go to my page on Instagram and take a look on my posts. I just recently posted the progress shot of entire photo frame, which I'm stitching right now, and if you want, you can stitch it with me. You can get this pattern on Patreon, or you can get it on my Etsy shop. And you can find a lot of other embroidery patterns which I created, and most of them they have video tutorials, or they have links to the live streams where I show how to stitch every object from the pattern. I already do it almost 5 years and I really enjoy it. So now I'm filling all the rest place which I have right here. And this petal will be completed. I didn't outline the bottom part because I wanted it to look, I didn't want to give any volume for the bottom part, so I outlined on only the top part. I made step-by-step pictures for this flower and I will post it on Instagram today. And I will also make an illustration with the stitches direction. And I will probably update my pattern, like PDF pattern with stitches direction for this flower, because it's really important for this flower. This is okay. Advanced shading, so you need to have those. I wasn't actually going to stitch this flower and make it so complicated, so if you feel that it's like too early for you to stitch using this technique, you can skip this technique and you can stitch it using just 2 colors or maybe 3, like I did for the previous flowers, if it's gonna be easier for you. So just don't stress yourself if you feel that it's too early. And one more option is for you is to practice. You can transfer this specific flower to some other piece of fabric and practice it there before stitching it on this bigger project. If you don't feel really comfortable, you need to see if it's gonna be if you can do it. If not, you just do it your way. I don't mind if you will stitch it your way, if you will be stitching it your colors. It's always interesting to see which colors do you guys choose, which fabric color do you choose. It's really nice to see how my design can look completely different with other color choices. So now this flower is completed. I really like how those shadows made each petal look like a separate object, and as you can see, you don't need to do any outlining to make them as a separate object, so you can see them all clearly, and all the light comes from the top, and on the bottom you have a shadow. So this is not some flower from real photo, it's just from my imagination. Probably if I would use some photo reference for my flower, it could look even more realistic, but I'm pretty satisfied with the result. I enjoyed it. I really liked the process, even though it was a long process, but I really enjoyed it. And now I'm gonna use those beads and add a few beads in the center of this flower, so it's gonna be look consistent with all the rest pink flowers in this composition. And I will use this embroidery needle for the beading. It's not embroidery needle, it's beading needle from DMC, number 10 and 12. It's probably number 10 that I use right now. As you can see, it's longer than a regular embroidery needle. It has a small eye and it's thinner, so it can easily go through any kind of bead. And you can also thread a lot of beads at a time, but we actually don't really need it. We need only a few beads. So as I can see right here, I can add 2 beads here and 4 more beads as a second row. Let's thread the needle. I'm using 1 strand of floss, the same floss that I was using for the flower. And I like how I can catch the beads using this needle right from this container. Okay, I came up here, so I'm gonna go here and I will put 2 beads. See, I have 2. You can lay it down and see if they all fit into this space. And I go between those 2 beads and sew it close to the fabric, so they will not be moving and they will sit right in the place where I need them to be. Okay, and 1 more row. This time I need at least 4 beads. Let's see how it's gonna look. yeah, it's gonna be enough. And I will sew it to the fabric the same way. This needle is much longer than a regular embroidery needle, so you just need to get used to it. But it's so sharp, it goes very easy through the fabric. Okay, if you want, you can add a few beads somewhere on the petals. It's like a drop of the water. If you want, you can do it. I don't know, I like it like it is. Maybe later I will decide to add some more beads on the petals, so that I will need to add those beads to all the rest flowers, but I'm not sure yet. I really like it like it is. You can also add one more row of the beads if you want, and make this space, like the center of the flower, even bigger. I will leave it as it is, and I will be switching to the golden leaves. Let me zoom it out and show you entire the composition. So this is how it looks. This is the photo frame that I'm making as a present for my mom. She will have a birthday on September, and I'm gonna make it, I'm gonna send it to her to Ukraine. And I chose this fabric color because there is a purple or pink Panama on my head. I have also one more picture, and there is also a backpack with this color, so I can use that picture or this one. They both look really cute. So yeah guys, if you want to join my stitch along, I already made about I don't remember, 7 or 8 videos, so it's gonna be about 10 videos for this stitch along. And yeah, stitch it with me. How to embroider at night without hurting your eyes. I have a lamp, I can show you. So this is the round shape lamp that I have, and it actually has a good it makes a good lighting for stitching at night. I can even record videos at night. And yeah, to save your eyes healthy and your back, you need to stop stitching when your back hurts, when your eyes are tired. If you feel that you are tired, you just make a stop, go for a walk, distract yourself, look to the green grass, get yourself some rest, and then continue. And make sure that you have a comfortable chair, you have a comfortable hoop stand. This is my hoop stand that I have. I have 2 of them, and I use both of them for this big project like this. So as you can see, and my hands, they are not tired. I can flip this work to the back side, and I can finish my thread and then flip it back and continue. So I really like this hoop stand. I can attach it to the table, and there are versions that you can sit on the base of the hoop stand, and you are actually keeping your hoop stand fixed by your butt or your leg, you know. So there are a few versions of those hoop stands. I really like them. Okay guys, see you tomorrow. We will be stitching using metallic threads, and I will give you a lot of tips that you can use when you are stitching using metallic threads. Some people are afraid using metallic threads because I know all your problems and all your fears, so tomorrow I will show how you can make stitching with metallic threads easy and without any stress. So see you tomorrow, and thank you so much for joining. Bye guys.